Taylor Swift had Justin Baldoni's service agent arrested because he broke into Travis Kelce's house. Say what? We also have Jimmel Kimmel, who is playing a game of peekaboo. Are we going to see him? Are we not going to see him? ABC has brought him back, but now the ABC affiliated stations are refusing to air him. We're going to get into all of it, so I hope you're ready for it. Let's dive in. This is No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. And dive in we shall. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Let's get it. Get it. Get it. So much to get into, and I hope we have all of the free speech advocates that are going to be streaming or just watching the show live today, because it is quite the time. Quite the time. Also, I'm excited to share that No Filter. Obviously, we had the announcement last week that No Filter has gone ad-free, so you can sign up for our premium membership, which is called No Filter All Access. So if you sign up to become a member on No Filter All Access, there is a link in the description below, or you can always, to access No Filter All Access, you can always just type in nofilterwithzack.com. That's No Filter with Zack. Zack is Z-A-C-K. Z-A-C-K. nofilterwithzack.com, and you will get full ad-free episodes of the podcast, No Filter with Zack Peter. You can also connect it to like your Spotify and I believe your Apple Podcast account as well. So wherever else you catch No Filter with Zack Peter, I believe you can connect Supercast to those other platforms so that you can get all of your bonus and members only episodes and ad-free episodes available in your feed. So there you go. Oh, also, yes, and Christina said if you sign up before the end of the month, you get the founders rate, which is $4.95 per month. That will go up to $7.99 after September 30th. So you have about a week left to clock in those savings. Go right now to sign up for No Filter All Access on Supercast. And then I also wanted to share that in addition to being able to stream the show live on YouTube, starting tomorrow, you'll get the episodes right now, but starting tomorrow, the podcast will now also be live streamed on X. So I know I have a lot of people that follow me on X. So if you are on X, you can join and watch the live stream on X and on YouTube. So you will get both. Okay. You can stream, you have both options. And then obviously the recording with clean audio and everything will be uploaded and available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the places. And then ad-free will be available for No Filter All Access. So there you go. Those are the announcements for today. How is everybody? Does everybody do all the Jimmel Kimmel advocates out there feel good because you saved free speech by canceling your Disney Plus membership? Well, I don't know how much good it did. And I don't mean to say that facetiously, but again, I just feel like a lot of it was Hollywood. And I'm not saying this for everyone. And when my critiques are primarily people and celebrities in Hollywood that to me are just doing this to virtue signal, right? Because they're all like, yeah, look at me, I'm standing up for Jimmel Kimmel. Which again is just funny because Jimmel Kimmel was the first person to champion and parade anybody else that got fired, like Roseanne Barr or Tucker Carlson when they lost their jobs. Jimmel Kimmel was right there laughing and making jokes about it. So will you be seeing him or will you not be seeing him on his grand return to the Jimmel Kimmel Live show tonight, Tuesday, September 23rd? That is TBD. That is to be determined. I guess it depends on where you live. So yesterday we had Sinclair and this morning we have Nexstar. Both of these companies, which own a number of ABC affiliated local stations. So when you watch ABC in your local hometown, it's likely owned by Sinclair or by Nexstar. So these are the companies that own these stations, right? There are 70 stations that Sinclair and Nexstar own collectively. They have announced that they will not be airing Jimmel Kimmel Live, which was their initial threat, right? Their initial prompt was, we're not going to air Jimmel Kimmel Live until he issues an apology. And if anything, he should probably make a donation to Turning Point USA for offending the Kirk family. They wanted him to pay some sort of atonement, sorry. Or I was going to say contrition, atonement, and it came out as cantonment. some sort of form of contrition, some sort of, they wanted him to pay atonement in some way to honor the family for disrespecting the family in covering the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and basically trying to allude that the shooter, Tyler Robinson, is MAGA. And I know he didn't say that directly, but he definitely inferred it for sure. But so Nexstar and Sinclair have both announced that they're not going to air Jimmy Kimmel Live, because that was their original announcement. They wanted an apology and they wanted some form of contrition paid by Kimmel, because they didn't like that he was continuing to put this divisive rhetoric out there. And so because of, the outcry from a lot of people that watch ABC in their network, in their local towns that Sinclair and Nexstar own the ABC affiliated stations in, because of that outcry, they then said they're going to pause Jimmy Kimmel's show and replace the programming with alternative programming like Celebrity Family Feud, local news, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So Disney then decided, okay, well, we're going to temporarily suspend Jimmy Kimmel. And that's when everybody in Hollywood lost it. And they're like, oh my God, free speech. Oh my God. We're under attack. It's a fascist regime. Oh my God. Democracy's ending. He's a fascist. Nazi Trump. Oh, Hitler. Got it. Alexa. Oh, yep. Heard it all before. Got it. Thank you. Just, what are you writing standards? You keep writing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Is that a punishment for yourself? Because we're tired of hearing it. But so anyway, ABC decided that they were going to, since Angelina Jolie and Noah Centineo decided that they were going to post their statements, which actually the Noah Centineo one is really funny, because Noah decided that he was going to show that he does not support this. And so he canceled his Disney Plus membership. And the funny thing is, here, I'm going to pull up a screenshot of it for you, because he didn't realize that when he canceled his membership, he, I guess, purchased a 1-year subscription. And because he canceled it, it cancels on the 1-year date of when you signed up. So when he posted his screenshot to his Instagram story, if you actually zoom into it, it can say, we've sent a confirmation to your email on file. You may continue to watch Disney Plus until September 18th, 2026. He said, save some money today. So he literally, this is how dumb he is. He literally signed up for a 1-year membership with Disney Plus and then canceled it just so that he could take a screenshot of it and post it on his Instagram story. That's how fake these people are. Fake, fake, fake. That's why yesterday I called them losers, because they're so fake and phony. How much money did he save exactly? Well, I don't know. He apparently didn't have to pay for it. He just signed up and then just canceled it, which is laughable, hysterical. And also, not only that, but he bought the subscription for a year, which means, guess what, numbnuts? You still have Disney Plus for the next year. So he can watch it if he wants to, because his membership is still valid until September 2026. So yeah, he canceled the membership, sure, technically, but he still has the he didn't ask for a refund. He still has the membership for an entire year. It's just ridiculous. But so we'll see. It depends on where you live and what markets you're in. But there are 70 ABC affiliated stations that will not be airing Jimmy Kimmel Live with his big return tonight. We'll see what that looks like. I mean, that's part of the reason Disney decided to put Jimmy Kimmel on pause, is because if the stations aren't airing it, that's going to hurt their advertisers. And so whether they felt pressured to, or whether they just wanted to give him a slap on the wrist, Sinclair did say that they were in negotiations with Disney and ABC to potentially come to some sort of conclusion. But whatever that conclusion is, it appears it has not happened and is not happening. So, or at least not in the moment, because as of right now, Sinclair and Nexstar have said that they will not be airing Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight or in the foreseeable future until there is some sort of resolution that is met. But there are conversations that are happening. So we'll see. We'll see. Listen, I'm not trying to end Jimmy Kimmel. I don't want to see the end. I personally don't care for him, so I don't watch his show. But I honestly think that he will be more successful outside of this show. I think he will have way more success if he launches a podcast or does something with a streamer, which is probably what he's going to do. I'm telling you here first right now so that when it happens, you can be like, oh, yeah, Zack Peters said it first. His contract is up in 2026. I'm pretty sure at that point, Jimmy Kimmel will make his grand announcement that he is leaving the show. And he's going to say that he's doing it in the name of free speech. And he's going to go somewhere where he's not censored. These are all the buzzwords. I'm telling you exactly how this is going to play out. When the contract ends, ABC and Disney are not going to renew him. And he's going to say that it was his decision. It was my decision to leave the show. I can't, in good faith, be with a network that could potentially silence me or censor me. With the current administration, the climate is too tender right now, and we need to fight back for free speech. And so that's why I'm launching my own independent podcast. I'm pretty sure his team right now is looking at all the different deals that he can activate at the end of his contract, so that come the end of his contract, he has a big announcement that he's going to make, and it's either going to be a podcast or some sort of deal with the streamer. He will try to be another Rogan. He'll try, but, we'll see. But you heard it here first, calling it now. And there was already a story. I think it was in the Daily Mail. They even said that an insider claims that he may not be leaving ABC now, but he will once his contract is up, unless they offer him a boatload of money. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. What makes you think they're going to offer you more money when your ratings are already in the tank? They want to get rid of you. You probably want to be done with them. And, is what it is. So many try to be a left Rogan and they just can't. Well, because they fumble and they fold. They don't know what they stand for. They sign up for Disney Plus for a year so that they can still watch it, but then they can say they canceled it and they have something to post on their Instagram stories. Like, it's just so transparent. Think anyone will ever listen to his podcast? Probably. I mean, listen, there's space. I think he can be very successful in the podcast market, and this will ultimately be the biggest determination of whether or not he can be successful in this industry, or if he even has a fan base that's willing to listen to him. And I'm sure they will. I guess we'll see, because a lot of people are like, we're going to watch Kimmel now, and his ratings are going to be through the roof. First of all, you should have been watching him when he needed you to be watching him. But the fact that he may get a ratings boost this week, cool. You're going to give him a ratings boost this week, and the next week you're going to stop watching him, because that's just, how fickle people are. Number one. And number two, can't really watch him if he's not streaming in your local area. So we'll see. Will he reunite with Adam Carolla? I believe they're still friends. It may have gotten a little rocky with their political tensions, but we'll see. Okay. But actually, because we have so many people that love free speech, I do have a special free speech announcement. But first, let's take a quick break to shout out this week's sponsors. All right, listen up. Fall is here. And with it comes back to school rush, right? Early morning drop-offs, after school activities, football games, those last minute supply runs. And let's not forget the extra trips to the grocery stores, coffee, and gas as the days get busier. It all adds up so fast. But with the free Upside app, there's an easy way to earn real cash back every time you fill up your tank, grab a bite to eat, or stock up on essentials. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I just downloaded it. I went to Zinke here in downtown. It's one of my favorite go-tos, and I found them on the Upside app. I was like, ooh, what restaurants are around here? Where can I eat and get some money back? And I was like, oh, what? Zinke? My go-to is on here. Not only that, they have 6% cash back. 6% cash back. I mean, I go there so often. I mean, hello, the savings are endless. Am I right? The free Upside app gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas, grocery, and dining. And there are over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app, ensuring the cash back is always just around the corner. And yes, it is real cash back. No confusing rewards or points or credits, just actual money that you can transfer straight to your bank account, right? Claim an offer for what you're buying on Upside, then pay as you usually do with a credit or debit card, follow the steps in the app, and get paid. People can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product. This includes loyalty programs and credit card rewards. I'm telling you, this is the app. I love the Upside app because I get to save on all of my favorite purchases. Upside has given back $1 billion to its users. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use the promo code NOFILTER to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas with the Upside app. Use promo code NOFILTER. Listen up, because DraftKings Casino has your playbook for gaming action all season long. Play thousands of popular slots for a shot at jackpots. Over $400 million has already been awarded, okay? New players get 500 spins on Huff and More Puff over 10 days. Download the app and use code NOFILTER to claim your spins after your first $5 wager. Get in the game with DraftKings Casino, home of the largest jackpot win in online casino history. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for featured game only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Promo ends October 5th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Listen, I still love a good night out, but I'm not always in the mood to drink anymore. Luckily, I found a great alternative, and that's Sol's Out of Office Gummies. They give you that same light, happy buzz without the hangover. There's no sugar, and you're definitely not left with an awkward next morning. Sol is a wellness brand that believes feeling good should be fun and easy. Sol specializes in delicious hemp-derived THC and CBD products designed to boost your mood and help you unwind. Their best-selling Out of Office Gummies were designed to provide a mild, relaxing buzz, boost your mood, and enhance creativity and relaxation. With 5 different strains, you can tailor the dose to fit your vibe, from a gentle 1.5 milligram microdose to their newest 15 milligram gummy for a more elevated experience. You know what I'm saying? I love a good vibe. I love a good, whether it's an evening or it's a weekend, especially in the summer, bring on the good vibes and treat yourself to Sol today. Right now, Sol is offering my audience, that's you right now, listening or watching this, 30% off your entire order. That's 30% off. Go to getsol.com and use the code NOFILTER. That's getsol, S-O-U-L, getsol.com, and use the promo code NOFILTER for 30% off. Alrighty. So, since everybody is loving some free speech, I just thought I would share some really good news in terms of free speech, because that's a really important thing that everybody wants to discuss this past week, especially. And that's that Google has now come out. Google admits, this is a new press release that came out today, September 23rd, this morning. It says, Google admits censorship under the Biden administration, promises to end bans of YouTube accounts of thousands of Americans censored for political speech. Today, thanks to the oversight of Chairman Jim Jordan, Google commits to offer all creators previously kicked off YouTube due to political speech violations on topics such as COVID-19 and elections an opportunity to return to the platform. Remember, there was all that misinformation. Oh my God, don't talk about Hunter Biden's laptop. What? But let's let the rich comedian keep his TV show, because that's when we care about free speech, right? That's when we care about it. Google also admitted the following to the House Judiciary Committee. 1, the Biden administration pressured Google to censor Americans and remove content that did not violate YouTube policies. 2, the Biden administration's censorship pressure was unacceptable and wrong. 3, public debate should never come at the expense of relying authorities. 4, the company will never use third-party fact checkers. 5, Europe's censorship laws target American companies and threaten American speech, including the removal of lawful content. These major admissions come after Chairman Jordan's subpoena to Google and a years-long investigation into the company. Then we have a letter from Google directly. I mean, it's a little long, to be honest. And And it kind of just goes into more detail. Here, I can pull it up for you so you can at least kind of skim it. But I mean, this is a real win for free speech. I know we only like to talk about free speech when it aligns with our political agenda. But look at this. Boom, to the Honorable Jim Jordan. Dear Chairman Jordan, the statement of fact is submitted on behalf of our client, Alphabet Inc., and its subsidiary, YouTube, collectively Alphabet or the company, in response to the subpoenas issued by the House Committee on the Judiciary on February 15th, 2023 and March 6th, 2025. One, throughout the committee's investigation, Alphabet provided responsive information to the committee to fulfill its oversight responsibilities, producing internal records and providing extensive testimony, including more than 40 sets of responsive documents and the voluntary participation of 20 executives in transcribed interviews. Alphabet is a collection of businesses, the largest of which is Google. Alphabet's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Alphabet is committed to building helpful products for everyone, and the company aspires to give all users the tools they need to increase their knowledge. The company is committed to doing its part to continue to keep the digital ecosystem safe, reliable, and open to free expression. Alphabet designs its products to work for everyone, biased towards a particular viewpoint. It is not in line with the company's values or the company's business interests. Alphabet's business model depends on being a useful source of information for everyone and a home for users of all backgrounds. As a result, Alphabet has a natural long-term business incentive to apply and develop its policies consistently, impartially, and independently. The committee and its investigation. The company appreciates the accountability from the House Judiciary Committee led by Chairman Jim Jordan and its crucial role in advancing the core of American values of freedom of expression. The company has commitment to freedom of expression. The commitment is unwavering and will not bend to political pressure. Transparency regarding government interactions with private platforms is essential for fostering public trust and upholding principles of freedom of expression. And the committee's investigation brought to light new information that enhanced public understanding in this respect. And then they get into all the different things. Let's see. Oh, it's only 5 pages. Oh, we can read through this pretty quickly then. The Biden administration and Alphabet. The COVID-19 pandemic was an unprecedented time in which online platforms had to reach decisions about how best to balance freedom of expression with responsibility, including responsibility with respect to the moderation of user-generated content that could result in real-world harm. Senior Biden administration officials, including White House officials, conducted repeated and sustained outreach to Alphabet and pressured the company regarding certain user-generated content related to the COVID-19 pandemic that did not violate its policies. Basically saying that there was content that didn't violate Alphabet or Google's policies, but yet the Biden administration was putting pressure on them. While the company continued to develop and enforce its policies independently, Biden administration officials continued to press the company to remove non-violative user-generated content. So the Biden administration here was telling them to remove this content, even though that content did not violate the guidelines of Alphabet or Google or YouTube. As online platforms, including Alphabet, grappled with these decisions, the administration's officials, including President Biden, created a political atmosphere that sought to influence the actions of platforms based on the concerns regarding misinformation, a subjective term that nobody really understands what it means. Misinformation has really just become a term that says, we don't like what you're saying, so we're going to call it misinformation. It is, bullet 10. It is unacceptable and wrong when any government, including the Biden administration, attempts to dictate how the company moderates content, and the company has consistently fought against those efforts on First Amendment grounds. When it comes to YouTube, YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice and show them the world. Every day, YouTube builds and improves tools and systems that empower creators, viewers, and businesses to find and share information. Over 2 billion logged-in users worldwide visit each month, and over 500 hours of content are uploaded every minute by an extraordinary, diverse community of creators who span over 100 countries and 80 languages. On a daily basis, users watch over 1 billion hours of video on YouTube. There is a wider variety of views on the YouTube platform than on any other information source in history. YouTube will strive to foster self-expression and an array of topics as diverse as its user base, to nurturing a thriving, creative, and informational ecosystem and to be an engine of economic opportunity. YouTube creates new economic opportunities for artists, creators, podcasters, journalists, and small businesses to share their creativity and products in the United States across the globe. YouTube's creative ecosystem supported more than 490,000 full-time American jobs and contributed to 50 billion of the US economy in 2024, according to research from Oxford Economics. YouTube content moderation approach and committed to free expression. YouTube takes seriously the importance of protecting free expression and access to a range of viewpoints. YouTube's community guidelines and terms of service apply equally to all users, from private citizens to the most visible public figures, and to all types of content, regardless of viewpoints expressed. The company has transparently evolved its policy framework related to COVID-19 to ensure space for further debate and discussion on the platform. YouTube never had community guidelines prohibiting discussion of the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic. As publicly announced in 2023, YouTube ended several COVID-19 content policies, and as of December 2024, YouTube retired the remaining standalone COVID-19 policies and allowed discussion on various treatments for COVID-19. Remember, there was a lot of talk you weren't allowed to say at that time. Couldn't talk about ivermectin, couldn't question the jab, couldn't do a lot of that stuff. 18 are key points of medical content. YouTube policies continue to evolve in line with the dynamic environment. Health authorities have changed their guidance over time, and Alphabet's policies have evolved as well. YouTube's current approach allows a wide range of content regarding COVID-19 and elections. While the reliance on health authorities in this context was well-intentioned, the company recognizes that it should never come at the expense of public debate on these important issues. Oh, like when you were banning doctors, medical doctors, MDs, people with more experience than those monitoring the community guidelines on YouTube. Remember when they were being silenced? Yeah, I do. YouTube continues to enable a diversity of perspectives and believes creators should be able to openly debate political ideas on the platform. In June 2023, YouTube subsetted a policy to allow for discussion of possible widespread fraud, errors, and glitches occurring in the 2020 and other past presidential elections. No matter the political atmosphere, YouTube will continue to enable free expression on its platform, particularly as it relates to issues subject to political debate. Political debate and discussion are in the public's interest, which is why YouTube expanded its approach to educational, documentary, scientific, and artistic content on the platform. In contrast to other large platforms, YouTube has not operated a fact-checking program that identifies and compensates fact-checking partners to produce content to support moderation. YouTube is not and will not empower fact-checkers to take action on or label content across the company's services. YouTube also began offering a feature on YouTube beginning in June 2024 that allows users to add notes to provide relevant, timely, and understandable context on videos. The pilot is available on mobile in the US and in English, and YouTube continues to collect feedback on this feature. YouTube also features an extensive comment section where viewers can comment and share their views on content posted by creators. This is taking a page out of X. X also has community guidelines, or not community, what is it, community notes, where you can then add notes in context and source things to challenge a tweet that goes out on X. YouTube began offering a feature. Oh, we just read that. The company terminated channels for repeatedly violating its community guidelines on election integrity throughout 2023 and COVID-19 throughout 2024. Today, YouTube's community guidelines allow for a wider range of content regarding COVID-19 and elections integrity. Reflecting the company's commitment to free expression, YouTube will provide an opportunity for all creators to rejoin the platform if the company terminated their channels for repeated violations of COVID-19 and election integrity policies that are no longer in effect. YouTube values conservative voices on its platforms and recognizes that these creators have extensive reach and play an important role in civil discourse. The company recognizes these creators are among those shaping today's online consumption, landing must-watch interviews, giving viewers the chance to hear directly from politicians, celebrities, business leaders, and more. Then there it comes down to regulatory landscape and the regulations that were enforced. I guess they're on 3 more points. Transparency regarding government interactions with private companies is essential for fostering public trust and upholding the principles of free expression. Laws around the world affect the availability of content access Alphabet's products and services, and the company publishes data in its quarterly transparency report regarding content removal requests in an effort to inform discussions about online content regulation. Government and law enforcement entities make legal requests in an effort to moderate content according to their views, and their demands come with significant penalties for non-compliance. Alphabet has a track record of pushing back against overly broad and otherwise inappropriate government demands for user data and content removals, including objecting to some demands entirely. Ooh, that's good to know regarding Blake Lively. The committee has taken important investigative steps to highlight the onerous obligations under laws such as the Digital Services Act and Digital Markets Act may stifle innovation and restrict access to information. These laws place disproportionate regulatory burden on the American companies, and the company has long expressed its concerns about the risk that the DSA may pose to freedom of expression within and outside the European Union. Depending on how certain provisions may be enforced, the DSA could be interpreted in such a way as to require Alphabet and other providers of intermediary services to remove lawful content, jeopardizing the company's ability to develop and enforce global policies that support rights to free expression and access to information. The DSA may open venues for substantive regulation of lawful speech, including through risk mitigation and the use of codes of conduct and crisis protocols and the out-of-court dispute settlement mechanism. Alphabet remains mindful of these risks and continues to be vigilant in its defense of those. There we go. Boom. Sorry, that was long, but I just figured anybody that cared about Jimmy Kimmel and his free speech would also care about this. This is not the first time we've heard this. We heard that the Biden administration had put pressure on Meta. Mark Zuckerberg came out and was very open and transparent about that. And then we heard that we're now hearing that it was also done to Alphabet, which includes Google and includes YouTube. So all of the people that were banned on YouTube, because, freedom of speech, we love freedom of speech. You're allowed to say things, right? So they're now allowed back on the platform. Interesting. So yeah, if you like free speech, you should be a big fan of this win for free speech and the transparency that has come with it. Okay, that said, I know you want to talk about Taylor and Justin Baldoni. Let's talk about Taylor, baby. Let's talk about Swifties. So, Justin Baldoni, I guess, was trying to serve her legal papers. I guess he's still trying to depose her, and he wants her to show up for a deposition. She's been avoiding that. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a football game that she went to go support Travis Kelce, and there were all of these photos and videos that were coming out because people were like, wait, Taylor Swift was there, but you would have never known, right? And it was because she had like all of these walls and safeguards, and she bought out like multiple, boxes? Like VIP boxes to watch. She bought out multiples that people didn't have any access to her. And at first, it was seemingly because people thought like, oh, it's a safety concern, especially after what happened to Charlie Kirk. Like, she's worried about her safety. And so now it appears that she's probably just trying to avoid getting served. And that's why she has all of these extra security measures in place so that people can't access her and that she can't be served. So it seems like he's still trying to get this deposition to happen. But so there was this man, his name is Justin Lee Fisher, and he was caught. I mean, this looks bad for Baldoni, I'm not going to lie. But so he got caught. He got arrested because I guess he was, according to a police report, he had entered Travis Kelce's gated property and I guess hopped the fence. And not only hopped the fence, but did this at 2 a.m. This happened on the 15th, which what day of the week was that last week? Last Monday is when it looks like they tried to serve her for this deposition. So wait, when did that story come out about Taylor Swift being deposed? Remember, there was all that Taylor Swift is going to be deposed. Let me see if I can, because was that when all of this went down? Let's see. Taylor Swift's tax, Taylor Swift's to be deposed. Oh, okay. She was set. So it was announced on the 12th that she was going to be deposed. And then I guess by the 15th is when it wasn't going to happen because the judge didn't grant the extension. But it does appear that they were trying to serve her with these papers around the time that this was going on with the judge in terms of making a decision. So what a time. So it's interesting because this happened in Kansas. it's 2 a.m. is a very strange time to be trying to serve somebody with a subpoena and then to hop the fence and be able to do this. Like, you're going to really extreme lanes. And I think that it's dangerous, and I don't think that it's a good thing. And I also understand that there's like a stalker that's on the loose that's been trying to get a hold of Taylor Swift. And so I understand the beefed up security, but like this looks bad for Baldoni. And I don't think that this is his fault or his team's fault, but whoever they hired to serve Taylor clearly just thought that this was the appropriate action when it absolutely is not. You cannot cross somebody's property and hop their fence at 2 a.m. and not expect there to be repercussions. So he does have a court hearing. It's happening next month, I believe like 3-ish weeks away from now. But so he did issue a statement. He said, "I'll be happy to talk to you about it when it's resolved. I wasn't hurt or anything besides being arrested for doing my job and possibly losing my private eye license." Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's weird. I understand why he was arrested. I agree with him being arrested. It's a really bad look that he was representing Baldoni, but I don't get what prompted this or why he thought that this would be a smart idea. I don't know. Christina, love you, Christina. Shout out to the mods. Christina, love you. Munchie said he was a former officer, so he should have known better. That's my point. Is like, I don't get how he missed the mark so epically on this, you know? Elaine says, I agree with Ellsrich that this was planted by Ryan Blake and Scummy Team. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Viv says, her law firm and Wayfair's firm were in talks. Why wouldn't Taylor's firm accept service? This sounds like some major Ryan Reynolds fan fiction. But I mean, the guy's the one. I mean, listen, here's the other thing. It came out in Star magazine. So I don't know how much validity we want to give Star. I believe TMZ also reported on it. I don't know. I don't. We shall see where this goes, but it's not looking all that good. But it does seem like something that Blake's team would plant. I'm curious to see what Baldoni's team is going to say in response to this, because they're going to have to address it. They had to have known that this was going to come out at some point. Not really sure where it goes from here, though. But yeah, that's the yeah. And Brigitte says, until Wayfair confirms that I'm not validating it. Copper Mountain says, where does Ryan find these criminals? Oh yeah, because he is one. Oof. I didn't say that. You did. Aliza says there's zero confirmation that he was hired by Wayfair. Cresby says Ryan and Blake planted the guy to put bad news for. I mean, listen, it's very likely because it doesn't look good for Baldoni, right? So if this was something that was planted, we'll see. They better address it and say it wasn't their idea. I'm hoping both publications not even worthy of lining a brigade, which, yeah. It makes no sense. Seems suspicious. They would give it to the attorneys so that they had good working relationship with the attorneys. I think it's Ryan's plan. That actually does make sense. Like, the more we talk through it, it's like Baldoni's team was already in contact with Taylor's team. Like, this was already something that was in talks. So this does kind of feel a bit suspicious. I don't know. It does feel off. And the fact that Baldoni's team has not addressed it yet, I'm waiting to see what they say or where they come up with this. Because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to think about it just yet. Okay. Well, that's what I got for you. I did see Kamala Harris has been on her book tour. I'm actually very excited to read the Kamala Harris book. I've been watching some of her interviews. She was with Rachel Maddow, and Rachel Maddow's like, in your book, you said that you should have picked Pete Buttigieg and you didn't because he's gay. Why would you say that? And then Kamala Harris is like, I didn't say that. Let me be very clear. I said that I didn't pick him because he was gay. And I was like, wait, what? you literally just doubled down on that. Like she was like, wait, why would you say you didn't pick him because he's gay? And she's like, well, just because the world's not ready for a gay vice president. Like, he was definitely more qualified than Tim Walz, but I didn't pick him because he's gay. And I didn't think the world was ready for that yet. And I was like, oh, so you did write that. Like, those were your words, and you doubled down on that. Got it. Interesting. It's just funny, you know? Funny. Zach, have you been interested in the David case? People keep asking about the David case. Should we cover more of the David case? Apparently Kamala spoke against everything she said in her. Well, we're going to read her book, and I'm very excited. The David, do you guys want to cover the David story? I didn't know if you wanted to. I mean, there hasn't been anything new that's come out of it, right? David, he's a musician. He seemingly was dating this young 15-year-old girl. They had matching tattoos, and they found her in his trunk, or the trunk of a car that was registered to him at a home that he was previously living in. Yeah, her name was Celeste Hernandez. She was a young girl. She was 15 years old. It's really unsettling. His tour has been canceled. I know about it because I covered it on Heather McDonald's show on Juicy Scoop. Because I saw somebody on Spotify in the comments was like, oh, what a coincidence. Somebody just happened to ask you about it on the live chat, and you just happen to know all about it. And I was like, well, bitch, I just covered it yesterday on Juicy Scoop. So I knew a little bit about it. But I haven't heard any new bits. Let's see. The New York Post is saying that he released a creepy music video dragging a body to a car trunk months before the teen was found in the back of his Tesla. This is interesting. Romantic homicide singer David, but he spells it D4VD, has enjoyed a 6 spike in streams since a 15-year-old runaway was found dismembered in his trunk in his Tesla, including a shocking official video that showed him dragging a body to the back of a car. Wait, I need to read that again. My comprehension is saying what? He enjoyed a spike in streams. Got it. Oh, including the shocking official video that showed him dragging a body back to the car. The New York-born singer's music has soared up in the charts as police continue to investigate how Celeste Rivas Hernandez her remains ended up in the back of his car in the Hollywood Hills earlier this month, a day after her 15th birthday. His popular track, and she's been missing since April of 2024. That's when she was first reported missing, was a year ago. And then now they found her, but she was dismembered in the back of his car. Crazy. Cuckoo crazy. His popular track, Romantic Homicide, was ranked number 8 on Spotify's daily charts as of Monday, its highest peak since it first went viral on TikTok in 2022. Oh my God. When was this video put out? I mean, it's obviously like fake blood on there. I'm not going to show the stills, but I'm looking at it. It's on the New York Post right now. Other tracks include Feel It and Here With Me, and they have surged. I mean, naturally, his music is going to surge because people are now discovering him, and I'm sure there's a natural curiosity to be like, who is he? What type of music does he sing? And so that's, I assume, why. I don't think these are new fans that are coming. His music videos have also enjoyed a rush of interest lately, especially one for One More Dance, with many circulating it online to share the creepy likeness to the real-life horror. The video, released in February, shows David covered in blood as he drags his own body along the ground before stuffing it in the trunk of a vehicle. The official video has already been viewed more than 3.9 million times on YouTube at the time of publishing. The singer, whose legal name is David Anthony Burke, hasn't been arrested or charged in the twisted case. Still, it comes just days after he canceled the remainder of his world tour, nixing shows in the US and Europe as the investigation continues. LAPD cops, who have not called David as a suspect yet, last week raided the Hollywood Hills house where the artist had been staying and seized several items of evidence. What are the items? The raid on David's crash pad came as connections between the pop star and the teen continue to emerge. Previously emerged screenshots of old messages of David's Discord fan server showed he was rumored to be dating a teen named Celeste in the years before Hernandez was found dead. Oh my David, who has more than 2 million followers on Instagram, once made an unreleased track in which he mentioned the name Celeste twice. Meanwhile, several photos capture the star with a young woman bearing a strong resemblance to Rivas Hernandez, Celeste, whose mom told TMZ that she was dating someone called David. The teen body was found on September 8th, the day after her 15th birthday, after a Tesla was brought to the Hollywood tow lot. Oh, so the car was towed, and that's how they found it. Interesting. She's been reported missing by her family since when she was 13. So yeah, because this was last April. So she was 13. It was right before her 14th birthday that she went missing, and now they found her just after her 15th birthday. David's team has previously said that he is cooperating with investigators. That's crazy. So is he trying to say that he didn't do this? Like, where do we stand on this? Like, do we think he did this? Because he hasn't been arrested, he hasn't been charged, so they don't have anything that could. But like somebody did this to him. I think it's a little weird to compare the video. I don't know. This is really weird. Like, this is crazy. David started talking to her and grooming her when she was 11. Yikes. Yeah, because they'd been dating for a couple of years. I mean, that is a baby. I mean, granted, he's what, 9? How old is he? He's 19, right? Oh, he is 20. Still, oh, so even 3 years ago, around, yeah, even then when she was 11, so he was technically underage at the time, but like now he's a grown adult. He knew what he was doing. Like, regardless, 11 is fucking sick. It's a baby. It's a child. He's 20. Yeah, when he's 20 now. So he was what, 5 years older than her? So when she was 11, he was 16. I don't know. Great, totally groomed her. But the question is, what happened to Celeste? Is that going to be our new series? Are we going to get into true crime? I don't know if I can handle. I don't know if I have a stomach for true crime. I can do political pop-offs, but true crime. I can do political pop-offs. I can do Blake Lively as a bitch all day, but true crime, like this is what 16-year-olds attracted to an 11-year-old. Yeah. I mean, at 16, you're attracted to other 16-year-olds, other 15, like people that are in your like high school, right? Like that's what, a 13 to 18 or 14 to 18 range. So like, yeah, that's the range because you're in high school, you go to school together, but 11, that's wild. That's gross. The problem, wait, Redondo Beach said he was 17 and she was 11. Well, the math doesn't, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He was 16, not 17, right? Because if he's 20 and she's 15, they're 5 years apart. I don't know. Redondo Beach says the problem is going to be his DNA and her DNA is going to be all mixed up together because, of course, her and his trunk, but it did happen in the house. Did he do it? Did a friend do it? It's crazy. Did a friend do it? Or are they trying to frame him? Also, let's say, okay, benefit of the doubt, let's say he didn't do it. Regardless, lock the dude up. He did enough. Even if he didn't commit the murder, he did enough. And that's unsettling. And that alone needs to lock him up. She died at 14. Yeah, she died at 14. She turned 15 on September 9th. Yeah, because they found her afterwards. So she technically never made it to 15. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. CJ journalist did a great overview of him and the case. I'll have to tune into that. He also posted something a couple years ago about waiting for the LAPD to come talk to him for messing with a 13-year-old. So he had a level of awareness that what he was doing was wrong. I don't know. Some say it's related. Some say it's not. Well, we don't know. That's why the investigation, Also, her other boyfriend, Gus, died too. How many boyfriends does she have at 13? Where are her parents? Now I have questions. Don't get me started. We're going to have to dig into this more. But since there is a lot of interest in this David case, we will see. She had 2 boyfriends at the same time. Where are her parents? That's what I want to know. Okay. On that note, be sure to sign up for No Filter All Access if you haven't done so yet. You can go to nofilterwithzack.com, or there's a direct link in the description below. It is hosted on Supercast, so go and check that out. You will get ad-free episodes on Supercast on No Filter All Access every weekday, and you can stream the show live on YouTube or on X, and you can get full episodes, which will be available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So go subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe on all the places wherever you're listening. Subscribe. That's what we like. Let's do an Apple review shout out, shall we? Let's see. Kermit 1991 says 5 stars. I originally found Zack on X during the Blake Lively debacle. I refuse to say her name, and I have become a huge fan because you have the best coverage of all the gossip. However, what made me become a bigger fan was how you stood up for what was right when doing so could cost you so much. Your courage and tenacity to stand up for Charlie Kirk's family during a time where so many attacked you for it showed me that you're the type of person that I would want in my corner. You don't have to be left or right. You just need to be human. That's what Charlie was, and that's what you were that day. And I applaud you for being what we all needed that day. Humble and kind. Rest easy, Charlie. And thank you, Zack. Keep up the amazing work for all of us. Thank you, Kermit. I appreciate that. Then we have Larita MB says, love Zack and his perspective. 5 stars. I absolutely love Zack and his coverage. Love that he keeps it honest and stays true to himself and his own beliefs. Always, Larita, always. And then we have another one from MRDCH Man with the Twerk. Who said, love me some Zack Peter, 5 stars. I love that Zack isn't afraid to upset people by not having the exact opinion as them. Do I agree with everything? No, but I'm rational enough to accept that others can have their own opinions. Love someone not having to tiptoe around everything and be PC. Well, that's one thing I'm not and never will be is PC. Oh, continue to leave a rating and a review on Apple. Drop a comment on Spotify, drop a comment on YouTube, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Yay, Redondo Beach said, just got the all access, holla, bonus episodes, live streams, membership discounts, all of it. All right. Thank you guys. I love you. Have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Ciao for now. Bye.